Hey guys, welcome back to FurnaceClans. Glad you could join me. I'm just about ready to start building the outer walls of the ice tower. Wanted to show you what I've done in the meanwhile. We've built basically a scaffolding internally. It's a four-way cross with just an outer edge. And down here on the ground, I don't have much kicking around. We do have a couple of undead that are up near the entryway into the OMG, and they're just being slow about pathing. So I'm just kind of, whoops, did not mean to hit that. Let's try that again. Okay. So what we're going to do is, oh, no, okay. We're going to go up. We're going to hit I. We're going to set that as pit pond. Oops, not fishing. Set pit pond information. Set it as pond. And we should start getting water brought up here relatively quickly. Let's see, who's bringing me some water? Fill pond. Whoops, forgot something. I had closed the bridge on this prior. So we'll have to open that up. Bring it back in a second. And with our bridge now open, we have a fill pond job coming. Center, follow him. Grabs a bucket. And for some reason he runs over to the well. There's a water source up on level 1, -1, -2, up in the soil layer, off the aquifer. And I'm not sure why, but I've put a bucket area here, I've got a water source here, but they grab from there, run down to the well, and then come back up. It's rather annoying. But we're just going to follow him so you can see what happens. We'll be there in a moment. There we go. So he comes up here, runs over there, and swoosh! Okay. Now, we fired that water off right here. You'll notice this is snow-covered claystone here. This is now muddy snow-covered ice. When the next guy comes in, I'll show you what happens. So we have Fath here moving to go dump some more water. And, whoop, nope, he went catty corner. But just to show you, that old claystone is now snow-covered ice again. And we'll probably end up with that going across here. And next time I get somebody to bring in a wall. So we've got another guy here, and he just came up to fill the pond. You notice now we have an ice wall here. Ice next door, ice wall there. They will no longer try and fill that square. They'll probably put another one here. So you're aware, to speed this along, I closed off the activity zone. I removed all that excess. Now, something to keep in mind is that a pond zone can only be filled by one person at a time. So if you want multiple dwarves doing pond fills, you have to do this. So you get the idea. Each one of these has to be a unique pond zone. Once you've done that, they'll have multiple dwarves coming in, and I'm just going to go set that up without having you sit through all of that. And I will bring you back once we get more of this built up, or something else interesting starts to go on. Now, I wanted to show you guys that there's something handy about this little ice wall. We've currently gotten to the second layer, and you'll notice, as soon as they bring a bucket over, it immediately forms a wall. The ice floor is already there, so they don't have to rebuild it. So after the first layer, it's one bucket per stone per layer. Just figured I'd share that. Alright guys, so in preparation for going upstairs and trying to drop ice walls on the edge of the screen, I have set up a small little test area down here while my guys are digging out a live archery pit for me. I'll show you that later. I've got to get through construction on that first. But for now, we're going to try and place a floor here. You'll notice this setup. It's completely open air. Bridge is attached on the left end only. On the right, I believe this causes a cave-in, but we're going to confirm. Should be some granite nearby. They can haul that over. And I'll bring you back when somebody goes to create that. So we've got our guy here. He's about to... Oh, come on. Dang dust. He's going to create that floor. Instant cave-in. Okay, so we can't build a floor on the edge of a bridge. And Onal just got himself knocked unconscious. So we're going to try that again, and this time we're going to build a downstair. Just for the giggles of it. There's some nearby granite. This, I believe, also will cause a cave-in, but we'll confirm in a moment. So we have Shurast here. He'll be building our downstair for us. And we'll confirm what's about to happen. And another cave-in. So, we're not hanging anything off the edge of that bridge, apparently. So, if we build a wall there, we'd actually have to build the wall here. Can't build a floor. Okay, so basically we have to start from the ground up. This is what I wanted to confirm, that I couldn't do this in any easy method. So what I'm going to do upstairs, and I'll show you this in a bit, I'm going to build bridges out of the ice tower up near the edge. I'm going to drop a little water off the edge to build me a wall that I can anchor from, and then continue to build more bridges from there. And I'll build scaffoldings and stuff like that via that technique, and then I'll pit off the edge of the bridge. I'll show you how that's going to work out. Up on the surface, we've completed the ice tower. It took about 2 seasons. It's 6 Z's high internally, and I wanted to show you something else you can do with this. Ice can be smoothed, which means that ice can then be fortificationed. I'm going to use this as an archery tower for a little while, so that in case I got to clear out local undead while I'm doing some of the ice drop. And we will be able to use that and station some military up there. So I will bring you back once we start the next stage. Something else you guys may be interested in, I'm still clearing out rock for what's eventually going to be my tree farm. There's just a metric ton of rock down here, and I need to get that out. You'll notice I got a door here so that while I'm letting the trees grow, I will lock that door and take it out of pathing so that that doesn't become part of my FPS concerns. But of interest, up here in the corner, near the corner anyway, you'll notice I have a grate on the next level above, and this is hooked up to where I had freed our silk creator, Sequel, something like that. Anyway, this is all from the underwater digging I did earlier, and I've got bridges here that I can control that I'll use to flood down here. We'll close this bridge, and it'll dump in 2 directions. That's a drain pipe, in case I needed it for something. And we'll just let some water pour down here, and it'll start filling up our tree farm and muddying the area so that we have use of it. And I'll bring you back for the next interesting part. Oh, actually, there is one other thing I needed to do. Anezer wanted a dwarf. Anezer? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But, let's see, who do we got? I'm not particularly caring who you get. You can have our gem cutter. We're actually doing some gem cutting and gem crafting upstairs on the totems and stuff like that. So, view, customize, nickname, Anezer. There you go. And you now have our gem cutter. So, bring you guys back in a bit. Alright guys, let's talk military for a second. Over at the ice tower, one of the things I did was I smoothed and turned into fortification the outer wall here on the 3rd floor. Another thing I did was I created a burrow called Ice Tower Archery. It's just simply on the path on the inside of the inner railing. So far, so good. Now, next thing to do is in the military, under alerts, remember that I've got the iron arrows as active for active training. Next up, we're going to take a look at the schedule. For the iron arrows, you'll notice I have them for 3 months out of the year. I've got them set to Defend Ice Tower. They're Defend Ice Tower Archery, 10 minimum. If I edit that order, they're set to Defend Burrows, Ice Tower Archery. So they're currently on their way there. Let's go find somebody, and we'll follow you. Out of curiosity, because I know I've been running really low on ammunition, I'm wondering if he's got anything in his quiver. Nope. but we can follow him anyway. And we'll just speed this along. So you'll notice him and 3 of those 5 buddies in his area have come up here to now defend this tower. They'll hang out there. I recommend don't put them on for longer than 3 months, or at least take them out every now and then. Even though there's a fix for it, you don't want them on patrol or defense for too long. Now, none of these guys currently, I think, have ammo because I just keep running out. Yeah, they don't have ammo, so they're not actually going to be able to do anything up there, which I guess kind of defeats the point. But you'll notice that they can see some undead, so see if anybody else is on their way. Oh, 2 of my guys went to sleep down in the barracks. So even though I've got it set for 10, whoever's available will go. Now to easily turn that back off, I simply go to alerts, set them back to inactive, and they'll start heading back down into the main area again. And once I get some bolts up, that might actually be useful. But I wanted to show you that. This will end this episode of FurnaceClans, guys. Thanks for watching, as always. It's much appreciated. Leave some comments if you like or want to subscribe. That wouldn't upset me. But I'll see you guys on the boards, and then I'll see you for the next episode. Thanks for watching.